All right, go ahead, brother.
Alright, so first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, and Pakwadash. We want to give a double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do well, and a salute and a shalom to all the Akim that are out there living in this truth and all sincerity and in truth. The 12 tribes of Israel, which consist of Judah, the so-called Negroes; Benjamin, the so-called West Indians; Levi, the so-called Haitians; Simeon, the so-called Dominicans; Zebulon, the so-called Panamanians; Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans; Manasseh, the so-called Cubans; Gad, the so-called North American Indians; Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians; Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians; to the Chileans; Asher, the so-called Colombians; to the Uruguayans; and Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. And these are the people who we call God and the anointed is coming back for, but only for the elect of the nation of Israel.
You know, I thought about that lady you worked that stop. Remember? Yeah, I ain't seen her in a minute.
I seen her last month.
Oh, okay, cool. So she's still moving.
Good.
Yeah, kind of. She recognized you?
No.
Oh, you just okay, kind of. Hey, it is what it is. This is the book of this is Psalms 90 and verse 12. So teach us to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom. Because this is going into the time of short. It says knowledge and wisdom shall be the same.
Yep. They say wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of our time, man. So Dick, man, get us much wisdom in these scriptures as you possibly can, man. Man, and in any and every situation, man, that Yahweh Bashimah puts us in, man, we have to revert back to the scripture. Everything we've been taught, everything we've learned, right, man, let us revert back to that in every situation, man. Just like Yahweh did, man, when he was on that fast.
Yep, he was tempted.
Yep, he was tempted, man. And especially demon Satan came to him
with hard precepts.
Right? Yeah. Like, hey, now you know it say this. It say When you say, but it also says, tempt not Yahweh your power, man. Right? And it also says what, man? Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh. Right, man? So, Dick, man, make sure you constantly revert back to what you've been taught, man, and read. Read these scriptures, man. That's why you got them.
This is 2 Timothy 3 and 14, NLT. It says, but you must remain faithful to the things you have been taught. You know they are true, for you know you can trust those who taught you.
All right, man?
This is 2 Timothy 3 and 14 in the NLT. It says, but you must remain faithful to the things you have been taught. You know that they are true, for you know you can trust those who taught you.
All right, man, and the elders and the apostles, they taught us, man. They taught us the right way, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashimah. Right, man? So, Jake, man, trust in what you've been taught, man. Revert back to it, man, and stand on it. For these sayings are faithful and true, man. See? So, Jake, man, we've been taught the right way, man. Fuck what these other camps say, though, man. Fuck what you're talking about, man. Jake, we've been taught the right way, man. And the way we've been taught, man, will lead us to the kingdom, man.
And it says, amplified, but as for you, continue in the things that you have learned of and of which you are convinced, because it says everyone must be what?
Convinced in his own mind.
Holding tight to the truth, knowing from whom you learn them.
Now, Yahweh said, he said, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take your crown, man.
That's right.
So hold on to what you've been taught, man. All right, Jay, because man, it's about to get crazy, man.
I mean, look at gas. Gas is $4.50, man.
Yeah.
We in World War III right now, man. With a what does it say? A B symmetrical power, man.
Yeah.
Gas is $4.50, damn near $4.50 up. That's that, and nobody's shook about that, man.
Right.
It was just $2.90 what last month.
Mm-hmm.
We in war. We in war, man. It ain't gonna get this. Hey, this summer gonna be dicey.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what.
Man,
but
shoot crack.
Man, 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, you been back there, little Joe. Yeah.
Yo, we in the time of where the Lord is getting ready to judge this place, man. It's time. They've done enough.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to repeal the 14th Amendment and
Yep. Like, man, when they've been violating Jake's rights for the longest. Jake don't have rights. Jake don't have rights. Rights, man.
yeah, niggas got a girl.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Man, so they trying to take away the 14th Amendment, man. That way they can do whatever they want to these people, though, man. Especially Jacob, man.
They gonna put Jake in slavery.
Yeah.
That's what prevented you from being a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the emancipation, that transferred you, but the 14th Amendment said you a citizen now.
Yeah.
You're a naturalized citizen. Because you were here, you're naturalized now.
Right.
You know, they want to put Jake in slavery, man. The job we work now, that's enough.
Yeah.
I ain't going to no field for less than minimum wage.
Fuck that.
No.
Fuck that, man. They're gonna have to take my life.
Let's say we gonna have to go about that one.
Yeah.
We ain't ain't in a hot ass field in 2026.
Hell no.
Man, look. But you know how they do? They got Jake hemmed up and locked up, so they gonna what does it say that make a law by decree?
Yep.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to. How you gonna be a nigga on your own law?
Man, I mean, say Isaiah. Unrighteous decrees. Right, man. So they gonna come in with an unrighteous decree, though, man. And that is taking away the 14th Amendment, man. How you gonna take away? How you gonna take away something that you put in place?
Man. Ain't that something? We dealing with a whole. We dealing with a whole. He ain't right.
Oh yeah.
You ain't right. You ain't right, bro. You ain't. When you were in the time of Rome, you were just another nation. You were just another nation. We didn't know you as the devil the Bible spoke of. We didn't call you that.
Right.
You were just another enemy nation. The Philistines aren't prophesied to be the devil.
Nope.
The Philistines, the Moabites, and we had war with them as a nation. But you are the one that was prophesied. It says the son of perdition. And Yahushua said it. It says it be already working. The son of perdition is already in the earth doing his thing. He was pointing to the Romans.
Right.
What did John say in the Revelation? It says, though the devil shall cast some of you, because and at that time John was in Patmos.
Yep.
So he knew, like, oh shit, this man's the devil. He was revealed like this man is the devil. Because guess what? The devil threw him in jail.
Right. Yep.
So John was speaking from experience. This is the whole, hey, don't be surprised if this nigga try to cash you.
Right.
Sent the man to the salt mine. Man, hey, John gonna be on your ass. Thomas gonna be on your ass. Peter gonna be on your ass. Jude gonna be on your ass. Yep. You, man, the prophets ain't forgot.
Man. But the main one that's gonna be on their ass, though, man, is Solomon. Yeah, I wish I gonna be on your ass, man.
He ain't gonna be peaceful then.
No.
Peace is out the window, man.
Yep.
You trying to repeal the 14th Amendment, and that's a deep, dark, evil thing they trying to do, man. That's why we don't work, man. Look, your society is done, man. It's a wrap. $4 and up in gas, and it's gonna keep climbing.
Man,
it's gonna keep climbing.
Gas.
$4.50. That means you can't even get one for $5. You put $5 in, and you barely get anything, man. That is a tall tale sign of the times that we in. And Iran's not budging.
At all.
They don't give a fuck. They ain't listening to no, oh, they said, look, we can die about this.
Yeah, man. Hey, the Persians, man, they built different, man. Just so you know, man, the Persians, they different, man. You ain't used to that. Because you thought it was gonna be easy like in a Ven. Nah. No, man. No, not at all, man. Man, hey, man.
This is beautiful, man.
Yeah. Man, the Persians ain't bullshit, man. They ain't playing. Man, they are a different type of heathen nation, man.
Man. And they said they've been preparing for 20 years.
Yep.
20 years? Them niggas they've been building, plotting,
Yeah.
getting, they signed, but we've been in the shadow war with them this whole time. That's because we've been, not us.
Yeah.
The small talk's been knocking off their nuclear scientists and shit like that.
Right.
And then you went and killed the main dude. That could have been the dumbest thing you could have probably ever done in your life. They would have let you ride off with anything else.
But you gonna take the main man out.
Man, and you gave him glory. You martyred him, man.
Yep. And his son came in instead and say, hey, I'm on your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, you killed his daughter.
Yep.
His baby girl. While his grandfather was holding his, that's trauma, man. And already you rose up in a hard area. You already hardened.
Yeah.
And then they go ahead and do this. Man, he can't forgive you. He can't. Even if he talking smooth, he trying to do something to you, man.
Yeah.
That's why they hit the oil factories, the oil front. Man, you knocked off his daddy and his daughter and his golly. Just saying it, you hurt. You hurt, man.
Because nobody in their right mind will let that shit slide, man.
For nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna read this one more time. Oh, look, it says Pentagon reveals location of nuclear armed submarines after Trump rejects Iran proposal. And if they nuke Iran, the world is it's a brave new world then. This is Isaiah 10, and verse 1. It says, you gotta see that ticket blowing in the wind. So, I know they about that life. This is said, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yep. All right, man. So they're trying to take away the 14th Amendment, right? Now, let's get the 14th Amendment. Constitution was added after the Civil War to protect the rights of formerly enslaved people.
See?
But now it affects. It now affects many rights for everyone in the U.S. In simpler terms, it says if you're born or naturalized in the U.S., you are a U.S. citizen. States cannot.
So they want to go back to pre-slavery, man. If you want to ratify the 14th Amendment, that means you want to put those that were naturalized citizens back in, because they use the so-called, because it's all ordo ab chaos. The whole during Biden's so-called term, they let all the migrants in. That was a trap. There was a trap. They were going to use that at a later time. Now he came into office and he ran on that. Oh, we got to deport these people. Now they talking about taking away the 14th. They really want Jake, man. They want you Negroes back into a form of slavery, man. This is that's why, look, the things that's getting ready to happen to America, man. We're in biblical times, man. The gas is just a small smidget of what you're getting ready to experience, man. Iran is not budging. They're not moving from this post, man. And they either gonna have to nuke them, or they're gonna have to give up and bitch up and leave the Middle East. They already said if you launch it, what we gonna do? We gonna hit the electrical system that's gonna turn off the desalination, the water purification system, and you got 72 hours, and you gotta evacuate. So if Saudi Arabia has to evacuate, there's no more oil coming out of Saudi Arabia. Fueling thing, it's gonna domino, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Let me say, it says states cannot decide if you're really not a citizen.
Yep. I think it should have been.
I don't think it did though.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's still budget. It's still.
It say states must treat people fairly under the law. A state can, it says, a state can't unfairly take away your life, liberty, or property without proper legal procedure.
For them to try to take away the 14th Amendment, that's what you call a plan that's already been orchestrated, man. Because that's going to lead to what? That's going to lead to you don't have that right. You don't have that so-called naturalization right. So they're gonna say what you can be now if you're not a citizen. That guess what you're enemy combatant. You don't have the rights that a citizen has, man. You don't have due process. You don't have what the hell is that other one? Habeas corpus. You don't have none of that. You don't have those things. We're not telling you that we want it anyway. We're not looking for hugs from America. We just telling you, Jakes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there, there's a plan that is coming directly for you, man. But we telling you, judgment is coming down here in a big way, man. The whole Middle East situation, that is prophecy right in your face.
Go ahead. It says states must give everyone equal protection of the law.
And they still break it.
Right.
They still break it.
Yep.
You know, the laws they gave us would say the tender mercies of the wicked or what? Cool.
Say governments can't apply laws differently based on race or discrimination. See? But they still do it though. See? They still do it.
Now look up wanting to ratify the 14th Amendment. And I think it was in Tennessee or somewhere, one of those old dirtwood country race, and they took away a whole block of black voter rights in Tennessee. They just took the whole office away because it's majority black.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It say the 14th Amendment was officially adopted on July 9, 1868, establishing birthright citizenship, equal protection, and due process. Ratification was forced upon former Confederate states as a condition for rejoining the Union after the Civil War. Let's see. Ratification Act. Okay. All right. It says if you are considering a new ratification effort for 2026, it is important to know that the amendment was already ratified.
What?
Yep. It was already ratified by the necessary three-fourths of states in the 1860s. It's a process that upheld despite some states attempting to what's this word?
Reside.
Reside.
Yep, reside.
Their approval. So it's already been ratified.
Ratified is back in the law, so they're trying to take it away now.
Okay.
Yeah. So they tried already. So this is not the first. That's heavy. Now that's even heavier. Is that they tried to do this already.
Mm-hmm.
So Jake would have been hemmed up way before this even time. Man, bro. Or wanting to take away. Let's put it take away.
Yep. It says in 226, the movement to take away or reinterpret. This is it says Claudius kicked Jews out of Rome. Emperor Claudius ordered the Jews to leave Rome in approximately AD 49. A move reported by the Roman historian Suetonius and corroborated in the New Testament. Suetonius wrote that the expulsion was caused by constant riots at the instigation of the Christus. Commonly believed
Followers of Mashiach.
Commonly believed to be a reference to disputes over Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Messiah.
What say this child shall be for the rise and the fall of many
in Israel, among the Roman Jews.
See? We're Roman. See, because there were Israelites in Rome.
Yep. Like, I mean, we back in Rome now.
Yeah, we live in Babylon.
So we are what? Roman Jews, man.
Yeah. You doing it again. We in this nigga shit again.
Yeah, wreaking havoc, man.
Reincarnated and hit a lick.
Yeah.
How you gonna get robbed in a multiple lifetimes? Jake is a savage. You get hit a lick by the same person, different generations.
Man.
But this is, once you understand history, then you can understand what the Gentiles are. Those were Israelites living in Rome.
Yeah.
Just like now, we're living in Rome and we figured out who we were. So we were Gentiles. It's a public walkway.
You didn't want to be on camera.
Okay, yeah, you're going to be famous. It says, though you were Gentiles.
Yes.
So we were Gentiles.
Yep.
But then we figured out we wasn't Gentiles.
Yeah, we was carried away by that dumb idol.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's the same thing, man. Ain't nothing changed.
Don't say different toilet, same shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Go ahead.
Biblical evidence, Acts 18 and 2, confirms this, detailing that Paul met Aquila and Priscilla in Corinth, the recent Italy, because Claudius ordered all Jews to leave Rome. Now, where is Italy? In Rome. Italy is in Rome, man. Rome, Italy. You see, causes the disturbances.
Yeah.
Were likely conflicts within the sacred, I'll say within the Israelite community.
Yep.
Between those who accepted Yahweh Shai as a Mashiach and those who did not. You have that now.
You got guys now saying, we got the wrong name. You guys returning. That's why you guys are in the spirit of Judas, man.
Yep.
So it's not strange to us because Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Shai was doing miracles.
Yep.
So we couldn't. That's why you got to come to this by faith. You don't get the luxuries of miracles, because it didn't help.
You got to come by faith now.
You got to come by. You got to come through that straight gate, man.
Yep. You got to come wholeheartedly, man, before the throne.
Exactly, because it's going to be nothing for the Lord to show all these and now Esau's tapping into the pineal gland. He's seeing that frequencies and all these. So he's saying spiritual power is real.
Yep.
So everything the Bible was speaking of was real. Even you have something called NDEs, near-death experiences, where people die, they come back to life.
Yep.
So that happened in the script. So the scriptures were right, but they didn't call them NDEs.
Right.
Paul just said, I went up to the third heavens.
Yep.
That's him recounting the NDE. He said, I died and I went up to a place I couldn't tell you He said it was unlawful to speak.
Yep.
Where was he at?
Right.
Come on, man. So we telling you again that we're here again to prophesy the down. This is the last hurrah. That's why it says we should not teach we're gonna teach you nations, but we're not gonna teach Israelites.
Right, you won't have to.
That's showing you the Lord only cares about the Israelites. Because he's sending us out to gather them again to me.
Yep.
But then in the kingdom, you just gonna learn by the sword.
Right, yeah. Hey.
See?
Yep.
And you understand what I mean?
Yep.
The Lord ain't sending you getting a prophet, but
Yep.
you getting a prophet to your ass. That's it. Just
That's
like you
it.
put foot to ass,
Yep, you're gonna get a prophet and a sword to your ass, man.
you shall judge them what? With a two-handed sword in your hand, man.
Yep.
All the rape, rob, and murder that was done to the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native American, that's coming now. That's why your gas is four, whatever it is. Man, let it go $8.
I'm ready for it.
I don't care. We don't care. We know that we've invested.
Yep.
We've trusted in the Lord. Now He said, "I'm gonna keep you from the hour of temptation."
Yeah.
And you got this virus that's spreading. They want to put that pandemic spirit back out here, man. And then that digital currency, that financial reset, all that could be done under the guise of a pandemic.
But the thing is though, but now this time, the ones that took the shit,
Yeah.
now they're gonna be like, hold on.
The tartar sauce.
Yeah, like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good because they already know you fucked them over.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna come back to you and get fucked over again.
Yeah.
Now some will because they fucking retarded.
Yeah. Like Johanna, he said, "I take 4 of them bad." Man, I wish you take that on camera so you can drop it.
Yeah.
Man, when your man's, that's why I said, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall scatter, man. Mm-hmm. Nate, that was and Jake and Israel act like we don't got receipts.
Right.
Bro, you stood there and you made this fucking mixtape Thriller to tell niggas to take the jab, and niggas was dying behind that. Come on.
Now he went back on that and he corrected it, but you shouldn't have done it the first time though, man.
He still got blood on his hands.
Yep, Joy Morgan.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Joy Morgan, man.
It's a public walkway. Appreciate you though.
Now, Zoria, well, yeah. Now, this nigga was in the car doing his car chronicles. He said he was drinking a vid smoothie. The nigga started choking on the smoothie, man. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the video, and I'm like, please.
And the spirit had you watching that one.
Yep. Man,
out of all the ones you had to catch, you had to catch that one.
I should have recorded.
Man, that should have been a screen. That should have been a screensaver right there, man. So we telling you, judgment's coming. This 450 gas that's on the horizon, this financial crisis, it's coming. The elites want it, so we know it's gonna happen, man. Yeah. We want it too because we the elites on the right hand side, man.
Right.
The elect are the elites of the nation of Israel, man. Just like the Lord set up the so-called Rothschild family. What do you think? What is the counterpart to that? The house of David.
Yep.
That's the true rulers of, because you people seem to think hierarchies are not, there's nothing wrong with a hierarchy.
Right.
Look at nature.
Yeah.
A lion, who you see try to rebuke a lion for being the king of the jungle? No one.
Right.
Because the Lord sets up hierarchies. Hierarchies are a natural thing. That's why we are dominant in every single way.
Yep. Just like there's a hierarchy in the house.
Exactly. A man, yup. What he say, the
man,
child?
Yep. He say the man, woman, and child, man.
Yep.
What the man says goes.
Yep.
If you don't like it, you can leave.
Yep. Look at the society now. You got more single people, marriage is at all-time low, kids are trash, totally bugged out. You got all types of relationship problems. This is what free do what you will does, man. You can't say God didn't let you live your life. You lived it, and look at the people are miserable, man.
Yeah. Nobody happy.
People taking antidepressants. Why you depressed? You living your best life, ain't you? Come on, man.
Man, but you notice though that not a lot of people is drinking no more. It ain't hitting, man. It ain't hitting no more. We're like, what the fuck? Come on, man. This is, it also likely aimed to limit the influence of foreign religions in Rome.
See?
Outcome.
And we got a form, man, we done took, Esau seen the church go down, he said, nigga, what? He said, they don't fuck with the church money?
Yep. When it comes to churches,
that's when they started to fear, when they seen Jake coming out of the church.
Yep.
They watched that, because how do you think they really knew the attendance was going down? Where were they going? People don't drop the Lord.
Right.
They weren't turning into atheists.
No.
So where were they going? They were coming to the belief of Israel. They were watching the online churches, man.
Yeah.
So Esau noticed that and was like, oh snap, they're actually not following our dogma religion.
Right.
See? Go ahead.
Let me say, it says,
It's a lot.
That's what
Go ahead, read that again.
The outcome. Yep. The explosion was likely temporary or only partially enforced as the Israelite community was back in Rome a few years later.
Mm-hmm.
The ban lapsed upon Claudius's death in 54 AD.
Yeah, so Jay came back up in there.
Mm-hmm. They said, man, that nigga dead.
I'll read it. Let me read this one more time. And it says, yeah, you got it, Bob. Yeah, whenever you're ready, I'm feeling. I think I'm only gonna go to 28. That way we'll have the full. Yeah, we 11 now, so whenever you want. Go ahead. And then I'll have it. And it says, let me read this precept for you. This is the book of Malachi. This is Salaki. This is Micah 2 and verse 1 to 2. It says, woe to those who devise iniquity and plot evil on their beds. At morning light they accomplish it because the power is in their hands. They covet fields and seize them. They take away houses. They deprive a man of his home, a fellow man of his inheritance. Cant, this is Micah 2 and verse 1 to 2. It says, woe to those who devise iniquity and plot evil on their beds. At morning light they accomplish it because it's in the power of their hands. They covet fields and seize them. They take away houses and deprive a man of his home, a fellow man of his inheritance.
So the thieves, man, they were robbing the people, man. Stealing, man. They were stealing from Jacob, man. Man, what the elite have really belongs to Jacob, man.
Yep.
But first, it belongs to Yahweh first.
They just had that news story where somebody made a play on the market and they made $900 million over this announcement. So you got people doing insider trading right now. They didn't want to do $1 billion because they knew that would do a red flag. So they did over, I think it was like 918 million. Somebody a red flag. So somebody in an hour span time, they knew the announcement was coming out and they did a play on the market and they cashed out 900 million. So this place is totally corrupt, man. And then on top of that, this war is an unjust war. Because if you have to have Congress to sign, he said, what did he use the other day? He said, we're in a small war. What's a small war? I didn't know that's like saying I'm a little hot. Or what does it say? I'm a little pregnant.
Yeah.
You can't say you're a little pregnant. You either pregnant or you're not pregnant.
Right.
So you either at war or you are not at war. But Iran is not budging, man. This $4 is gonna keep going up, man. We in war. This is Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Persia name is Iran today.
Yep.
Persia is not, you wouldn't hear Persia, you know, oh yeah, Iran. No, those are the Persians, man. They have never been beaten. Right. Their landmass is they pretty much live in a castle, man. So you gonna send, this man is gonna send your kids, your people to go over there in a literal fortress. And they don't have a navy. They didn't go into a navy. They made what? Drones and rockets. That's what's beating and holding off billions and trillions of dollars in military spending. You have a country that made makeshift drones and rockets are now holding us off, man. Or holding this place off. That's where you see biblical times are happening, man. But the Strait of Hormuz, why do you think they're introducing this Hanva? What is that virus name?
Hantavirus.
Hantavirus. Why do you think they're introducing it now? They got to take people's attention away from it, man.
Yep, which the Hantavirus, it been out.
Yep.
But they are reintroducing it, man.
Yep.
So we knew they were coming with a new virus, man.
Yep. Even the time of the spike protein, COVID was always around. It was nothing but a spike protein, but it was a beefed up version of a spike protein, man. And then they had reports that the vials, weaponized vials, were stolen, man.
Right, like.
But people don't pay attention.
Basically got dead in the lab.
Chilling.
Like, was the door unlocked?
Street club. And then like,
yeah, man, I done dropped the vial.
Man, where the hell that Ebola go? I could've sworn I had that shit. Hey, Frank, you seen the Ebola virus?
Frank, you seen the key to the lab?
No. They came in there and that motherfucker was gone.
They're like,
oh shit. That's a scary part. Weaponized diseases are just chilling.
Man, like how they gonna leave a vial in the lab open like that?
It's all orchestrated, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, hey. I know, brother.
Shalom, Mike.
Hey, shalom. Hey, so we just got a couple more precepts I'm gonna finish on out. And let me read this again, Isaiah 10 and verse 1. And it says, this is Habakkuk 1 and verse 4. It says, therefore the law is partialized, and justice never goes forth for the wicked him in the righteous, so that justice is perverted. All right, shalom, my brother. Hey, Barak La'illah, bro. All right, time. So you see in the time that we in now, this judges and the information is being corrupted when it comes to what? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on the four corners of the earth, man. Justice is not being passed and not being done. So all these things now are going to lead to the end. The end is set. The end is nigh, man. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is giving us the hope and the mindset to do what? To believe and to wait on it, man. We got bees and shit out here. Let me read it again. And it says, Amos 5 and verse 7, it says, there are those who turn justice into wormwood and cast righteousness to the ground. Golly. Read that again. Amos 5 and verse 7, amplified. It says, for those shall be consumed who turn justice into wormwood, bitterness, and cast righteousness down to the earth. And that's this thing with the 14th Amendment, man. They're writing laws and prescribing things that's going to hinder you in the long run, man. All right? Because once they take away these rights and take away the so-called, what does it say, the goodies that were given out, then they're going to be able to bring in that draconian law. And you won't be able to say, oh, my constitutional right, because you're not a constitution according to the repeal, man. And at the end of it, you can keep it, man. We don't need no reparations. We don't need no equality, none of that. Because what is the true equality is justice. It's what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, man. Shit, let's go ahead and read the rest of this. Hold on. This is Amos 5 and verse 8. It says, he who made the cluster of stars called Pleiades in the constellation of Orion, who turns deep darkness into morning, the darkness in the day and the night. No, that's it on that. Salaki. That's going into something else. This is the book of Psalms 94 and verse 20. And it reads, it says, can a corrupt throne be your ally who devises mischief by decree? And that's what you see. The 14th Amendment being looked at to be taken away, that's an unrighteous decree. And they set laws and they set these things so they could justify the things that they have to do. Just like when the pandemic took place, your laws and your constitutional rights were on pause, man. And you never really got them back. Even going back to the time of 9/11, when 9/11 took place, you had something called the Patriot Act. That Patriot Act took away your rights of surveillance. You could be spied on. You could be informational gathered without your consent. So they've slowly been doing this because, just like I always say, a serpent. What is a serpent's? The bite doesn't kill you. It's the fucking venom, man. So the venom is what he's pushing out into this world as we see it today. All right. Read it again. This is Psalms 94 and verse 20. Can a corrupt throne be your ally who devises mischief by decree? Let me pull that up. Salakia. This is Psalms 94 and verse, we'll start at 7. It says, yet they say the Lord does not see, nor does the power of Jacob, Israel, notice it. And the Lord sees everything, man. He sees everything. That's why we come, man, we come humbly. All right? We pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua is glorified and his words and his prophecy is set forth. All we're doing is being ushers. We're just making the way straight. The same spirit that John came in is the same spirit that we're in. We're just making the way straight. You have to deal with the Heavenly Father and the judgment that he set forth for you, man. All right? Read it again. Verse 7, it says, yet they say the Lord does not see, nor does the power of Jacob, Israel, notice it. Consider thoughtfully, you senseless, stupid ones among the people. And that's what it says. You're dull, man. You're not noticing the things that we're at. Just like now with the Middle East conflict, that's going to lead to the death of the dollar, man. The de-dollarization. It's hard to pronounce that word, Salakia. The de-dollarization of the world. All right. The Middle East is saying, look, why are we paying you all this money and you can't defend us from these makeshift rockets, man? But you're supposed to be a superpower. That right there is making them look at this place in a side-eye way. All right. Consider thoughtfully, you senseless, stupid ones among the people, and you dull-minded fools, when we will become wise and understand. He who made the ear does not hear. He who formed the eyes does not see. He who instructs the nations does not rebuke and punish. And that's what you see taking place now. A rebuking and punishment on Babylon the Great, which is America today. And what does it say? Blood defileth the land, man. You cannot cleanse it, but by those that shed it. So all the blood, all the rape, the rob, the murder that took place here is getting ready to be intensified, man. Okay? It says verse 10, he who instructs the nations, does he not rebuke and punish? He who teaches men knowledge, the Lord knows the thoughts of men, that they are mere breath, vain, empty, and futile. And that's what you see taking place now. These things you see happening in the world, man, hey, they got all those riches and did all that corruption for nothing, man. Because it's gonna account to naught. It's not gonna flourish in any single way. Alright? See here. Let's jump back. We on that oppression by decree. This is Deuteronomy 27 and verse 19. It says, cursed is he who withholds justice from the foreigner. And that's what you see the 14th Amendment did. The 14th Amendment allowed naturalization of citizenship. And now they want to take that away because of the so-called Latin tribe coming in here and their kids being naturalized, man. All right? It says, cursed is he who withholds justice from the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow. And let all the people say, amen. Proverbs 17 and verse 15, acquitting the guilty and condemning the righteous, both are detestable to the Lord. And that's what we're telling you now. These people on the sign are the loved of the Most High, man. We're the ones that's constantly been raped, robbed, and murdered, and injustice been done to us. But we're telling you the reason why it's been done to us, because of the sins that we did. When the Israelites broke the law, they were punished by other nations. So history repeats itself. God don't have to change. He don't have to reinvent himself, man. That's only man's doing. You got to reinvent yourself. I got to have a new improved version. The Lord don't have to improve himself. He's already perfect, man. So these people were taken into bondage. The Negroes were brought here in slavery. The Latin tribe was taken over by the conquistadors and then going into the settlers. And their land was gutted out, parted ways. The Native Americans were shattered. What you call biological warfare, smallpox, all these things, all the decrees that were broken. Now it's time for these people to be redeemed, and those that touch the apple of the Lord's eye to be judged. And that's why he sends forth men that lonely men. We ain't trying to be no superstars, man. We don't want to be no high and mighty dudes, man. We're not looking for glory. All right, and read Amos. This is the book of Amos 5 and verse 12. It says, "For I know that your transgressions are many and your sins are numerous. You oppress the righteous by taking bribes, and you deprive the poor of justice in the gate." And our people were doing that, man. Well, like I just said, the sins of Israel, our people were doing that. And now it's transferring unto this man, this devil, this Edomite. Shalakia. Wait for that to go by. Let's jump in. This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 4. 3 to 4. It says, "Her princes are roaring lions. Her judges are evening wolves." And what now can we say the comparison to that is? These are the camps, starting with IUIC, ISUPK. Those the actions and in the teachings that they're teaching their congregation is forcing them to be in this category, man. Because that's the things that's going to happen if they believe, and especially when it goes to the time of the mark, the MOTB. If they don't get the full understanding of that, then guess what? There's going to be a judge. They're going to taste the judgment that's written behind it. If you take it, you ain't going to be found in the book of life. That's it. It's not a light thing to skip over, or we can pick it up later, or we can be in a gray area. That's not how it works. The Lord gives you an actual prophecy and an actual breakdown and sends men to break it down to you. And once they break it down to you, that's why it says knowledge cometh by hearing. Okay? Faith cometh by hearing. When you believe it and you heard it, that's why it says the Ethiopian eunuch. He said, "How can I if I'm not taught?" I'm paraphrasing. So the same thing, the Lord sets up in his mercy, he sets up men that goes and teaches you, gives you the understanding, breaks it down to you, and then it's on you to believe it or not. But you can't say you didn't know. And Ezekiel tells us that if we do not tell you, the blood is on our hands. So our thing is that we take the blood off our hands by prophesying and giving you this knowledge if you want it or not. Just like you go to a store and you see people giving out samples. All right, you don't have to take the sample, but guess what? You've been offered it. The sample is there. The food is still going to sell if it sells. But the main thing is these are spiritual hors d'oeuvres. That's why the scriptures are known as what? The pearl. The Lord said that the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a pearl that was bought for a great price. All right, it was bought for a great price, and that price was Yahweh Shai, man. What the world ignorantly calls Jesus, man. That sacrifice allowed us to get these riches and allowed us to be brought back into the fold, man. Now it's a time of redeeming and it's a time of judgment. This $4 gas, that's a sign, man. And it's before the summertime. So now if this thing keeps intensifying, if it keeps intensifying, $4+ in gas, hey, people's paychecks don't even go far anyway, man. See that? Hey, it says out of the mouth of babes, man. You know, a kid roll by and wave. You know, that's showing you that those kids are not in that mindset. This is the book of Jeremiah 22 and verse 13. It says, "Woe to him who builds his place by unrighteousness." And how was America built? How was America built? It was built on righteousness, man. They said that there's only, I think it's about 5 years or maybe 10 years that America's not been at war since its birth. I'll look it up real quick. Hold on. that up. Okay, so it says, based on a historical analysis, the United States has been at peace for only about 15 to 20 years. Exactly what I said. See? Only about 15 to 20 years out of a roughly 250-year existence.